But then he goes on to say, I'm older. Of course I'm older. That's the beauty of it. 16 years plus, different level of wisdom, different level of understanding, different level of punishment. See, to me, that sounds like your Christian walk, doesn't it? When you first start out, the devil will start throwing stuff at you, and he's like, and at first you think it's kind of tough, but after a month, after a year, the devil starts throwing the same stuff at you, and you're like, he's thrown this at me before. I know how to handle this. I can take this. You become more smart. You become more wise. You have more wisdom at it. You know how to handle certain things. But with that, more punishment comes. The devil's like, all right, this isn't working anymore. Well, let me throw this at you. Let's see how you take this. Then you got to learn from that. Or he'll say, okay, that's not working anymore. Let's curve it a little bit and let's take you over here to this area. How do you like this area? And not even just the devil, God will test you. God will say, you know what? I know that you're stronger than you were a year ago, than you were 6 months ago. Let's see. Let me show you how strong you've become. See, when you go through stuff, when God puts you through stuff, he's not putting you through it just because he wants to test you and see how your outcome's going to be. He's putting you through it so you can see how far you've come. God knows how far you've come. You don't have to prove to God how good you are, how smart you are, the skill set you have. You don't have to prove any of that to God. He knows. But he wants to show you, because there's a lot of times we don't believe in ourselves. And if you don't believe in yourself, then you're not going to want to accomplish the things that he's calling you to accomplish. You're not going to want to go through everything. You're not going to want to be put through the struggles because you don't think you're good enough. And then he says, I want to live long after my records have fallen, long after my rings have tarnished. And whatever you have to do, make sure you chase your legacy every second of your life. Will you be remembered? How will you be remembered? Why wouldn't you fight for the greatest achievement ever? Now, obviously, he's talking about the Super Bowl. But for us, the greatest achievement ever, we can all agree, would be living in God's will and making it to heaven, right? Why wouldn't you want to fight for that? Why wouldn't you want to fight for the chance to do what God's calling you to do? Why wouldn't you want to do everything you could possibly do to do what God's calling you to do?